The story of this anime begins by showing a man named Seichi. He is a weak man and he often being bullied. Suddenly everyone in his class is summoned to another world, but Seichi is transferred to a separate place. Now he is alone and don't have food. Because of that he accidentally ate a strange fruit. Then he met a group of monkeys. It turned out that they had level 120, while Seichi was only level 1, but Seichi still stole the fruit. Because of that a monkey attacked him. Luckily, the monkey died when it smelled Seichi's body odor. Seichi suddenly grew stronger, and his body became thin. Apparently this is the effect of the evolution fruit. This time it is shown that Seichi's classmate has also arrived in another world, moved to Seichi's place. He is now fight against monsters every day. Suddenly he meets a gorilla, and they fighting. But the gorilla is very strong because she has level 775. The gorilla was very surprised to see Seichi's power, because no one had ever been able to withstand her strength. Because of that she fell in love with Seichi. She also invited Seichi to live with her. The gorilla was named Saria. It turned out that she had also eaten the evolution fruit. Because of that she became very strong, but the fruit could only be eaten by 10. If eaten more than that, the person would die, and Seichi coincidentally has eaten 10 evolution fruits. Seichi now wants to run away from Saria. That's why he hid in a cave. Apparently there was a skull zombie. He has a level 1500. Because of that he is very strong, and he almost killed Seichi. Luckily Saria came to help, but Saria died. Because of that Seichi became very angry. He used all his strength, and he managed to defeat the skull. But Seichi was very sad because Saria died. Suddenly Saria turned into a beautiful girl. Then Seichi got some items after defeating the skull. Because of that he became very strong. He also underwent an evolution that made him handsome. Suddenly appeared someone named Hitsuji. He took Seichi and Saria out of that place. He also gave a helmet to Seichi, so he could hide his power. When they came out, they met a level 88 slime, but Seichi was able to defeat that slime easily, because he was now very strong. Suddenly Seichi's helmet turned into a cloak. After that they went to the Telbird city, which is the territory of the Windbird kingdom. There they met the gatekeeper. Luckily they were allowed to enter and he suggested going to the Adventurers Guild. It turned out that the adventurers in that place had a strange attitude, but the guild master named Gussel forced them in. Suddenly a group of people bullied Seichi. Luckily he managed to escape. Then Seichi and Saria will take the exam from someone named Altria. She seems to hate Seichi, but it turns out she cares about Seichi. It turns out she has a dark past. Because of that she doesn't want to be close to other people. Then she tests Seichi to fight against the giant wolf, moves to the place of Seichi's classmate. They are training to become heroes at the Magic Academy. The scene shows Altria telling them to look for medicinal plants, but Seichi doesn't find them, and he meets some bandits and a giant, but he is able to defeat them easily. Apparently they are subordinates of the devil. Seichi returned to Altria's place. Suddenly a teleportation gate appeared in their place, and now they were in the labyrinth. Altria gave a direction stone so they wouldn't separate, but Altria was caught in a trap. Because of that she met many monsters. Meanwhile Seichi and Saria entered the treasure room, and they got items that made them stronger. Moving to Altria's place, she met a dragon, and she fought against the dragon. It turned out that the dragon was very strong. Even the dragon wanted to kill her. Luckily Seichi came to help her, and he fought against the dragon, but the dragon was very strong. Therefore Seichi used his strongest power, and he finally managed to defeat the dragon. He also got some items after defeating the dragon. Then they all managed to get out of the labyrinth. Altria said that if she was hit by a curse that made him always unlucky, that's why she wanted to stay away from everyone. Seichi tries to comfort Altria, then he gives a ring to make Altria's curse disappear. Because of that Altria falls in love with Seichi. Next day, Seichi felt strange seeing Altria, but he didn't know how to comfort Altria. The scene showed the Emperor of the Hero Kingdom. He felt that the heroes who came from another world were too weak, because they would fight against the demons. Moving to Seichi's place, he goes to the library to study magic, but he can use magic just by reading magic books. Then he went to a bar. There was a waiter and an old man. Seichi asked about his relationship with Altria, and they suggested Seichi to meet Altria. Moving to Altria's place, she asks her friend for help to help her relationship with Seichi, and she suggests Altria to talk to Seichi. They finally meet. Altria confesses her feelings, but she is afraid that if Saria gets angry with her. Suddenly Saria comes to the place. She declares Seichi to marry them, and finally Seichi marries Saria and Altria. The next day, Gussel told Seichi to take part in a horse racing competition, but Seichi didn't have a horse, so he had to buy a horse. He met a strange horse. The horse attacked him, but he was able to defeat the horse easily. because of that the horse wanted to be Seishi's servant. The horse was named Luluni. It turns out that the winner of the competition will get a prize for training together with the Valkyrie group, which is the strongest group of knights in the kingdom, while the 5th place will get a rare food prize. Because of that, Seichi wants to get the 5th place. The horse racing race finally started. All participants used their best abilities, but Luluni was sick. Because of that, Seichi gave the evolution fruit to Luluni, but suddenly a wolf monster attacked the race, and Luluni was able to beat the wolf easily, and they finally won the race. Suddenly Luluni turned into a beautiful girl. She changed because she ate the evolution fruit. Altria was very surprised to see that because she didn't know if animals could turn into humans. That's why Saria showed that she could turn into a gorilla. Suddenly a member of the Valkyrie came bringing Seichi. They took him to the Valkyrie members' training base, because Seichi got the chance to train together with the Valkyrie members. The moving scene shows that the demons are in a meeting. They are led by the daughter of the Demon King. They are very surprised when they find out that there is a human who can defeat the dragon, but they do not know the identity of the human. The demons are also planning to revive the Demon King. There is a demon named Christ has an evil plan. Moving to Seichi's place, the Valkyrie leader named Louise challenges him to a fight, and he is able to defeat Louise easily. Louise is very surprised, because she has never met anyone stronger than her. That's why she asked Seichi to be her teacher. Suddenly a servant said that someone had attacked the king. Seichi uses his power to find that person. It turns out that she is an assassin named Orega. Seichi is able to defeat her easily. Then the members of the Valkyrie come and say if the king is sick, therefore Seichi will treat the king. It turned out that the king was the man who met Seichi at the bar before. The royal wizard named Ball said if there was no one who could treat the king, that's why Seichi tried it, and he managed to treat the king. Everyone was very surprised to see Seichi's power. The king also apologized because he didn't say he was the king before. The scene shows the emperor and his subordinates. There is a magician who wants to make heroes from other worlds slaves to fight the demon army, because people who come from other worlds are too weak. Back to Seichi's place, Saria, Altria, and Luluni also came to the king's palace. The Valkyrie members tried to interrogate Orega. It turns out that she was made a slave by the imperial mage, and she was assigned to kill the king of the Windberg kingdom. She actually didn't want to do that, but she was forced by the imperial mage, because the magician put a slave necklace around Orega's neck, and the necklace it cannot be removed by anyone. Seichi tries to take the necklace off, and he manages to get it off. Then Orega asks to be Seichi's little sister, and Seichi agrees. The next day, Louise asks Seichi for help in guarding the king, because she is going to help the paladins fight against the monsters that attack the borders of the Windberg kingdom. The next day, the holy magician named Barnabas came to see Seichi. Gussel and the guild members also came to that place. Moving to Louise's place, the members of the Valkyrie team up with the paladins to fight off the monsters who attack the kingdom. Back in the palace of the king of the Windberg kingdom, there was a knight who said if there were many monsters that would attack the kingdom, because of that the king prepared an army to protect the kingdom. Gussel also brought all members of the adventurer guild to fight against the monsters. A few hours later, the monsters had arrived at the place. Seichi had doubts about the guild members, because they looked weak, but in fact they were very strong, and they were all able to defeat the monsters easily. Saria, Altria, Luluni and Orega also fought against monsters. Barnabas used high-level magic and managed to defeat many monsters. Then a group of very strong monsters appeared in that place. All the fighters in that place were unable to fight them, therefore Seichi used his strongest magic, and he managed to defeat all the monsters in that place. Even his attacks also hit the demons that controlled the monsters. The Windberg kingdom finally won this war. Everyone in the place was shocked to see Seichi's power, and Seichi is now a hero in the Windberg kingdom. Barnabas asked Seichi to be a teacher in a magic academy, where heroes from other worlds train in that place. Because of that Seichi agreed to teach at a magic academy. A week later, Seichi and his friends went to a magic academy, and they were about to start their new adventure. When they were on the road, suddenly a Power Rangers came to their place. This video ends here. Thanks for watching this video. If you like it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support me.